Hi everyone, hope you've recovered from yesterday's reading. It was a little bit heavy, wasn't it? But life is like that, isn't it? Sometimes it's heavy, sometimes it's joyful, sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's boring, sometimes it's all of these things, and they're all learning opportunities. So, I haven't pulled any cards today. No, I thought we'd do it together. So, here's the animal cards pack. And let's see what we get. Normally I pull them before I come online, so I'm tired today. Is anybody else tired? The energy feels really sort of like that here in the UK anyway. Very muggy, like we call it muggy. Dense, very dense, very, yeah, like overwarm, but no breeze. Just heavy. So I'm tired, as you could probably tell from my eyes. But here we are, and let's see what Spirit has to say. Oh, by the way, please, if you enjoy these videos, click like and subscribe. Spirit gave me a reminder and said, say it. Although they did say to say it at the end, but anyway, I'll forget by the end. I'll get caught up in the reading. All right. Spirit, welcome. I haven't even written anything down. Deliberately. What do you want us to know, Spirit? I want to pull it right out in front of you and see what comes. Nothing hidden. Nothing preempted. Hold that thought. Maybe that has meaning. Okay, I'm going to cut the pack, Spirit. So whatever spirit animal is coming out with a lesson for today's collective, we welcome you, don't we? Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. I can't even wait to share this with you before we go on to the Sacred Path cards. We have Otter, beautiful, divine, feminine energy, really powerfully. It is the epitome of woman energy, whether you're male or female, that feminine, nurturing, loving, caring, unjealous, unpossessive, lets everybody win, lets everybody do whatever makes them happy. The perfect woman personified energy, whether you're male or female, there's no gender in spirit, remember. But yes, this does particularly point to the divine feminine. There isn't any masculine energy in this at all. Okay, and do you know what it's followed by on the top of the pack? Deer, which is gentleness. Deer is facing those shadows, not going to battle with those shadows, our own shadows or the shadows in others, but facing them and looking at them with such a gentle purity of spirit that nothing can take hold. Beautiful, isn't it? So that sets the energy for this reading. Completely opposite to yesterday. So we had our bitter pill yesterday, and today we have our spoonful of sugar, as Mary Poppins would say. Do you remember Mary Poppins? Probably not. I'm showing my age. Okay, Sacred Path. What specifically is the lesson behind the spirit of Otter for the collective today? I'm attracted to green today, which is the heart energy, the heart chakra, Archangel Raphael. His colour energy is green. Otter would have green as its colour, energetically, not physically. Okay. Concentrate. So, we have smoke signals. This is intention. This is clear intention. This is sending out the thoughts and your intentions about what you want to come into your reality. And it's followed by our old friend that we had 2 days ago, the war bonnet. And this is another one of Spirit saying, go forward and advance. I'm intrigued by this because generally Spirit will give us the same messages if there's a real need for that in the collective. And what this tells me is that you've all done a lot of work facing your shadows. You've done a lot of work, and Spirit now wants you to set the intention for receiving some of the good, fun, gentle, beautiful things in life. That's the receptive energy of Otter. It is time to receive and to set your intention for that. In other words, if it disturbs me, if it's heavy energy, like I said today with the energies, that's not a coincidence. We set up how we wish to be treated and the things that we want to experience in life. And so far in this reading, Spirit is saying, you're doing good. You've worked hard, you've done a lot of inner work, you've done a lot of cleansing of your shadow, but it is time to go forward and stop working and driving yourself. It is time to play. It is time for family. It is time for relaxation. It is time for gentleness with yourself. It is time to set that intention that you want life to be more of that than the other. And we are responsible for that. That is a responsibility. Let's go further. I can stop this reading right now and go, there you go, that's the reading. How nice. I'm not going to though. All right then, Spirit, thank you very much. Otter doesn't come up that often, you know. To come up with the smoke signals is a direct reminder from Spirit. All right, let's just pull one of mine. I just wanted to see if I've got the right end of the stick with this. Let's see. Otter and the smoke signals. How are you all? You all okay? Are you remembering to balance the hard work with the relaxation? It's not easy, is it? Don't engage. Wow. Don't engage. This is a specific message again, as the message was yesterday. The message yesterday was very strong. This is a specific message, and with the intent card, I think it's talking about negative energy. Either in others, in what we look at in this social media, what we feed our minds on. I think this is what the message is with Spirit with this, but I'll clarify that. Spirit will clarify that. I won't clarify it. This isn't me doing these, you know. This is just Spirit using me as a vessel to speak through. Spirit says yes. All right, this is a definite message. So the follow-on card says, those who lie to you are avoiding their own shadow. I'm going to put that somewhere separate. It's a bit like one of those messages I receive and write down. So I'm just going to put that to the side and we'll carry on with the reading and we'll see what else comes out. Below that, this is all intent, remember. Below that it says, wait It isn't time yet. Certain pieces have to fall into place first. I'm going to put that over there as well. And then I'm going to do this third one, and it says, walk away. So that's an intention, isn't it? You can feel the intention, and it is otter not engaging. That's all I have to say about that for the moment. I'm going to go straight to tarot and see what the tarot cards bring up about this, because I need my glasses now. Hello. There we go. Right, don't engage. Tarot. Don't engage with what? This would be the challenge if we were doing a structured reading, which I try not to do. I like to flow and just allow spirit to come through as and when. I like the coincidence and synchronicities to just appear naturally. I like it especially when I say something and the cards come and back that up. That's a real buzz for me. So yeah, not structure. So spirit, don't engage in what? We know we're on the right path because spirit said yes. So we know we're on the right path. I have to lick my thumb to shuffle straight away. Well, it's not don't engage in that, because we want to engage in that. I'm just nodding. Can you see how many I'm pulling? Because they're flying out. When they do this, again, I'm just going to go with it. I don't think any more are going to come out. I know, we've got the message. I'm going to show you in a sec. Any more? Yes, one more. This is about relationships specifically. Whoops. And it is about intimate relationships, heart-led relationships. I know all relationships involve the heart, but specifically our intimate relationships, our romantic relationships engage the heart in particular. Perfect. I'm going to stop there. Right, so the first card that came out is the Nine of Coins, which is about abundance, luxury, self-sufficiency, independence and material comfort. This is the kind of stuff Otter approves of highly. Spirit is confirming that this is what you want. If you can see in this card, the person, so the message is you are independent and confident, so invest more in yourself. There's an intention. Investing more in yourself. It's kind of going on from yesterday, which was to choose yourself and make a decision to honour yourself and your path. This is about investing in yourself energetically. And if you can see, the figure here is wandering through a garden surrounded by this abundance of wealth, holding a bird, a hawk. There's a beautiful sunrise. New beginnings are just beautiful. Like it is thoroughly enjoying everything that you have. It is abundance, and you deserve abundance. You deserve this. So Spirit's clarifying. However, at the moment, and here's the challenge. So Spirit didn't come straight in and go, yeah, the challenge is this. There is this energy of the otter. There is this gentle, this isn't a harsh lesson. This isn't a harsh message. Yesterday was a strong, bordering on harsh message. It was like a parent, a strong parent. The guide that was coming through, the energy that was coming through was completely different today. Today is, okay, gently does it. We want to give you this in a way that makes it easier. So it's for specific people. This one is about balance, choices, difficult decisions, compromise, and inner conflict. And this card, which is the Two of Swords, it's something you don't see, and it's a difficult choice between the heart and the head. Okay, that's what I'm getting so far. This is the challenge. Whoop, turn the light off. Heartbreak, emotional pain, grief, loss, healing. So this is the Three of Swords. Nobody really wants to pull the Three of Swords. Having said that, we all go through the Three of Swords. We all get hurt. We all feel emotional pain, and we all work through it, and we all come out of it the other side. In fact, I heard a beautiful saying today that there is so much beauty in facing emotional pain. I agree with that. There really is. So this is facing your heart being broken. Not stabbed in the back. This isn't that card. This is heartbreak. This is a sore, hurt heart. Okay, I think this is why this is very gentle, and it is about intent. So let's carry on. The next one we've got is the King of Swords. Now this is about leadership and authority, logic, objectivity, and fairness. So something's coming out from these cards, which is facing. You don't want to face it. That's what this is. Don't want to look at it. Don't want to see it. And Spirit is very gently saying that in order to get past this, in order to go beyond what this is, in order to not engage with this negative avoidance, it is time to start mastering and using your mind to overcome the emotions, not sitting in it, but not denying it. Does that make sense? We'll carry on and we'll go. I know it's about a relationship. I know it's about choices in a relationship because we've got the Lovers. I should have covered that up. There's Rudy Nudies on there. I should have covered it up. Sorry, I do forget. I'm old generation. In the 70s, nobody would have covered anything up. You wouldn't get away with it these days. Anyway, like that. There you go. The Lovers. Is that like closing the door after the horse has bolted? I think it is. Anyway, there's the Lovers. The Lovers, love, harmony, partnerships, union. It's very much about Otter, but I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a minute. There's a bit more to say about Otter. Then we have the Page of Pentacles. There's one pentacle, two pentacles, that's okay. Page of Pentacles, which is opportunity, learning, exploration, focus, and practicality. So there's a definite message coming out here, which is you've had your heart broken, and everybody wants to just run from that and avoid it. But Deer doesn't avoid anything. Deer looks something straight in the eye. It's the gentleness and the acceptance that is Deer's strength. Gentleness with yourself, not gentleness with those who hurt you, bravery with those who've hurt you, bravery to look at what they did, to look at their actions and to know where that comes from. Because only hurt people hurt is the bottom line. The lack of balance for somebody doing something that breaks your heart comes from a lack of balance within themselves. It comes from lessons that they need to learn. And Deer understands that we all do things, most of the time unintentionally, and it does hurt other people. The last card is the Four of Cups, which is in the contrary position. I don't like reversed. Reverse, I don't like that word, but it is the twisted upside down position. And that is new opportunities, gratitude, and emotional renewal. So the message is clear. This is time to set your intent to get past this. And if if this is resonating with you, this will completely click with you and you'll say, yep, that's the message for me. I have been holding it off dealing with it. I have been holding off facing the pain of it, of what happened, of this relationship, of this heartbreak, whatever that is, whether it's romantic, whether it's loss, even losing a pet. This hurts. And there's sometimes we will distract ourselves and do anything to avoid looking at that and facing it. But there is worth with this, and it isn't honouring the love. It isn't honouring the love to not face what caused the pain. Because it wouldn't have hurt you if you hadn't got the love. And sometimes that can make us not want to love again. And that's not deer, and that's not otter. So I'm going to talk about otter, and I'm going to talk about love. I'm going to talk about love. This isn't a specific love reading, but otter loves in a very specific way. So in Native American tribes, obviously, there were times when there were battles and wars and feuds, and warriors would go off, they would protect. There would even be warriors going out hunting, and there would be losses. People experienced losses. A woman that had otter medicine had such unconditional love that if one of her sisters in the tribe, not a real sister, one of the other women in the tribe had lost her husband in battle but didn't have any children and was completely bereft and completely alone, a woman with otter medicine, and I'm feeling quite emotional as I'm saying this, would offer her husband, clearly he had a choice about it, but the honourable thing was that she wasn't left alone until she found love again. She wasn't left without an opportunity to have children and support and love and affection. And this woman would share her husband, who had otter medicine, with this woman that had lost hers. No jealousy, no holding everything good for herself, no fear of lack. That's love. That's unconditional, everybody deserves to be happy type of love. And that is why otter medicine is about the divine feminine in its highest form. I don't think there are many people that would be capable of doing that. We've lost a lot. And it is time to start reclaiming this back, is the message. So I'm not going to go on too much about this because I feel like this is such a powerful message. I'm not going to make this video too long, which would be a first. But this is such a beautiful, powerful message. I want it to sort of rest with that, to give people opportunity to think about that kind of love in relation to how they're feeling with a broken heart. Because love just is. It doesn't ask for anything. It doesn't want anything. It just is. Even if you're not with that person, even if that person has left you and gone with another person, the whole message of this reading is about finding within yourself the intent, the new way of thinking about it, the thoughts for how you choose to see something. It is about recognizing that even if someone isn't with you, and I'm not talking about someone's past, that's a different subject. I don't feel that that's what this is. I feel as I'm speaking that this is about loss, when someone has lost someone that they love through either infidelity or betrayal, or maybe has gone through a really bad breakup. Someone has actually third party gone with someone else. I'm talking about that kind of feeling of betrayal, loss. And the message here is definitely that this is an opportunity for you to go completely above the negative mindset instead of sitting in the very valid feelings of rejection, but to take that and turn it into something that makes you beautiful, that makes you powerful in your divine feminine. And do you know what happens when you do that? You send a direct message out to the universe. This is how I love. I love on the highest level, and I deserve someone who meets me on that highest level and will love me like that in return. And the universe hears that. Spirit hears that. The universe works on energy. It works on our intention. And this is the message today. If you've been hurt, we can put it under the catchphrase of forgiveness if you like, but it's a bit more than forgiveness. It's about looking at the choices of others and then choosing how you go forward in a gentleness, releasing fear like the women that would offer her, the woman who would offer her husband, no fear of being replaced, no fear that husband's going to go, oh, quite enjoyed my night with this woman, now I might leave her now. There's no fear with this woman. She was so fully in that otter energy that there wasn't fear of loss, there wasn't fear of lack, because she would understand that the universe recognizes that, and that the universe is an abundant place. The universe takes care of those who choose real, unconditional, non-controlling, non-jealous, non-possessive, non-grasping, non-holding on to that hurt and rejection. Let it go. Let it go. Because you deserve a love that is none of those things. You deserve unconditional beauty and love. One more card. Do we do one more card? Oh, what did we put on one side? Those who lie to you are avoiding their own shadow. Wait, it isn't time yet. Certain pieces have to fall into place first. You want a relationship, you want to be loved, but you have to set this clear intent. You have to deal with this. And you have to walk away from anything that isn't on that higher level of love. Walk away from anything that doesn't treat you as if you are the most wonderful and precious thing in the world. We get any more, Spirit? Spirit said, yes, you can give them one of your work you like, but the message is pretty much clear and the message is pretty much delivered in 28 minutes, which is a first. What a beautiful reading. What a beautiful message from Spirit. Very heart-based, isn't it? Okay. I went a bit husky then, didn't I? Okay. Last card, Spirit. Oh, that was very clear. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Intent. Let go of that pain. Let go of that holding on to someone who walked away or who betrayed you or who lied. Let that go and focus on changing your life and elevating to the kind of love that you want to receive. Because it really is about setting your intention with that. That's beautiful. And the underneath card, I'm just going to share this one with you because I think this does apply. It says, the ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. If you have been betrayed, if you have been experienced loss, if it's something that was out of your control, then it wasn't meant for you and Spirit has stepped in because you deserve something more. Look at it as something for you, not happening to you. That's the message. I hope you enjoyed that. Or not enjoyed, that's the wrong word. I hope that gave you something and was of worth and value for you. And I'll see you in the next one. Look after yourselves. Take care. And be gentle.